can't wait to tell you about this one because I saw it like maybe 15 years ago originally. So, but the movie's actually from further back. So this one, Heaven Can't Wait, or Heaven Can Wait. Heaven Can Wait was released in 1978. It's a Warren Beatty film, and he's pretty much everything. Writes it, directs it, stars in it. Very much his film. It's rated PG. It's comedy, but it's kind of a light comedy. It's like not definitely not something you laugh out loud about, but it's got comedic feels to it. This is based on a play by Harry Segal. This is actually the second adaptation. So they did one earlier back in the 40s. But then they made this one, and then they actually made another one after this as well, sometime later. But this is probably the most classic of them. I recently saw this one for the second time. First time, like I said, was about 20 years ago. And I really like the story premise of a person kind of pulled out of life a little too early. So he gets after they get pulled out, he goes to kind of a way station. It's like a place between mortal life and the afterlife, where he has this escort that was taking him and escorting him back onto a plane that takes him to the afterlife. But he finds out that he made a mistake. He pulled him out before he actually died. So when they go back, they go, okay, well, just send me back to my body and let's just move on. But he goes back and finds his body's been cremated. So now they got to find a new body for his spirit. This creates some, dilemmas here. Basically, they're looking for a body of a person that's about to die, so it won't cause an issue. They're going to die anyway. Now they're going to have a body, so then we can kind of switch them out. Now, Joe, the main character, was originally on track to be like the main QB for an LA Rams football team, so he was really into football. So he wants to get back to a body that allow him to kind of complete that lifetime goal of the QB, because he feels like they're going to go all the way that season. After checking several bodies, he lands into a rich man's body that is going to be killed by his wife and personal assistant. So Joe's kind of reluctant to use this body until he sees this Betty Logan. So the school teacher kind of activist. She was there to try to get her city to not have a refinery in her city, so that's why she was there. Because this is a very rich man who owns these properties and things, investment. Now Joe has an eye for her, and so this kind of gives Joe another reason to kind of live. Instead of just his football dreams, he has to now work out that dilemmas and things, and still try to he still wants to get his football stuff, but he's also got this love interest that he's kind of going on. And I think this is where the story has a lot of those, interesting elements that get you thinking about life, and, this kind of the short span that we have to live in a sense, and, our goals and dreams and things. I think this movie has quite a touching ending, and it really comes together well. I give it 3 out of 4 stars. Again, overall, this has good writing in it and good acting. Everything kind of fits together well. There are some kind of slow bits, but the overall feel, I think, for the movie just makes up for it. This film won a lot of awards, and I could see why. I love the musical score on this one. It really brings everything together. He kind of plays it throughout with his... it almost looks like a clarinet or something. I'm not 100% on that. I definitely recommend this one.